الثلاثي الثاني. ثبتوا معايا.
سيتي لا يخسر. نعم سيتي لا يخسر اللقب ولن يخسر اللقب.
Manuel, is it time for Manchester City to make a real impact on this competition at last?
Well, I think it's time for Manchester City to try to win Juventus tomorrow on the stage of group. First to try to qualify in the group. And after that, we'll see what happens in the future. I think that the most important thing is to have your mind focused just in this game.
Manuel, can you clear up the injury situation at the moment, in particular how Sergio Aguero is? How long is he likely to be out for?
Well, the injury situation is, still injury, Clichy, Zabaleta and Fabian Delph. The three of them cannot be tomorrow. Sergio also is not fit for tomorrow. He has a big kick in his knee, so we will wait for him, but it's difficult for him to be. And David Silva and Raheem Sterling, both of them are fit on the squad.
With Sergio, is there any indication as to how long, how concerned are you, or is it not that serious?
We'll see. Now he's doing some MRA, so we'll see this afternoon how long we will be. But I hope that for the weekend he can be 100%.
Manuel, obviously your squad is extremely talented, but is this probably the biggest struggle you've had with players, with so many injured players being out?
Well, that's why when you have to choose your squad for the season, I always say it's very important to have two players in each position. So not only for Manchester City, I think that all the clubs has a lot of injury during the whole year because you play too many games, they go to their national squad, they continue playing. So it's difficult when, with the amount of games and the intensity that you have in the Premier League, not to have injury players. So in this case, I think that we have a lot of problems with different players, but I trust 100% in the squad we choose.
And in terms of the strikers as well, obviously you've said that Sergio may well struggle for tomorrow. In terms of out-and-out centre forwards, there is only likely to be Wilfried Bony available to you, who is fit. How much of an issue is that for you, and how disappointing, therefore, is it to not have Clichy available after scoring at the weekend as well?
Well, of course, it was very important to have Clichy, but we couldn't put him in the squad list of the champion because we just have 17 players to put as all the other teams. So, of course, it's not the best moment not to have him, but I think that we have Wilfred. I think that also Raheem can play as a forward. So we have different options.
Manuel, what makes you confident that you'll be able to perform better in the Champions League this season?
Well, I just said that we are not thinking where we are going to ride this year in Champions League. We are just thinking and try to win tomorrow Juventus, and after that continue the stage of group to try to qualify in the same way we did the last two seasons for the round of 16. After that, you must see which is the draw. There's a lot of different things, but I think that's the most important thing, as I just said, you have your mind in tomorrow and not in what will happen in the end of this tournament. So we are just thinking in Juventus.
Manuel, how highly do you rate this Juventus side as well, in particular Paul Pogba, and is he someone that would have fitted in here?
Well, I think we play against a very strong squad. That's why they won the title 4 years in a row in Italy. It's not easy. They played the finals Champions League last season. Maybe they didn't start very well this season, but they are continuing having very good players, as you said, Pogba and a lot of other players. So I'm sure that if tomorrow we want to win, we need to play very well.
How relaxed are your players, and is there a thought that now Chelsea in the Premier League are no longer a threat to you as well?
Premier League is just starting. We just play 5 games. We cannot think that team, Chelsea or another team, because they are not in this moment in the first position of the table, we can be sure that they are not going to be teams that can recover during the other 33 games that we have to play in the future. So now we are thinking on Champions League. We have started very well in the Premier, but this is a different competition, and it's very important to focus in the next game.
Would you have a view on why it is that the English clubs have not really performed as a whole, as a unit, over the course of the last 3 or 4 years in the Champions League? And can you see that turning around?
Well, it's difficult to have just one reason. I think that we have in Europe very strong teams. I think that Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich are very strong teams, the three of them. Maybe we always arrive to the round of 16 after a very tough month here in the Premier League as December and January. So maybe also trying to find different reasons why English football cannot arrive into another stage. But I hope that this year we can change that, what happened in the last 3 or 4 years, and one of the English teams can be in the final.
Do you think if we had a midwinter break that would help matters?
It's difficult to give a solution because I think that the Boxing Days here in England, you cannot change it. It's the most important day for the year for football. Maybe you can play less games in January. I don't think it's the solution, but I think that December and January here in the Premier League are very, very difficult games.
Would you like a break? Would you like there to be a break?
I don't know if we need a break. It's difficult to have when you have to play so many games to have a break. Normally, all the others countries in Europe have the break. That's why maybe they make the difference in that. But I don't think that having the break, you are going to arrive in another stage of the Premier League or the Champions League.
John, could we have the mic passed down the front, please? Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Bellingrini. After his good performance this weekend, how big is the chance that Kevin De Bruyne will be starting the game tomorrow?
Well, we'll see tomorrow. We have different options. I think that the team is playing very well in the Premier League. That's why maybe in some moments you must not make changes. We need to make with Kun one change because he's injured. We'll see Kevin play very well the other day. Sami Nasri is in a very good moment, and Jesus Navas start playing, and we won all the games. So we'll see tomorrow which is the best decision for the team.
If you see him play, is he that missing link to gain success also in the Champions League?
But sorry?
If you see him play, is he the missing link for City to gain success in the Champions League?
I think he will be a very important player for us to try to arrive to another stage of Champions League. I think that he's just working with the team just 3 or 4 days, so maybe he needs to be more settled in our team. But he demonstrated the other day against Crystal Palace that he can play without any problem if we need.
Just here, please.
Manuel, we couldn't see Fernandinho or Sami Nasri train this morning. Is there a problem with them?
Both of them are recovering from different things that they are not 100% recovered, so that's why they work at the gym this morning. But I hope that both of them will be 100% tomorrow.
Do you think there's a case, it was a very physical game at Palace, do you think there's a case for referees to protect players more in the Premier League?
Well, I think that the Premier League is a style that I like it. I think that the referees are very good referees, and they allowed a lot of strong game, but not with bad intention. I'm not saying that against Crystal Palace was bad intention from the defender, but I think that some things might have direct red card. I think it's the only way to stop. But I think that in the way the team plays in the Premier League, the way I like, and I think that's why it's so an interesting league.
Just behind you, Stu, please.
Hi. What do you think is the reason why Manchester City have had a good start to the season and such a good start to the season? Why do you think is the reason?
Well, I don't think it's just one reason. I think that we have, first of all, a very good squad. Second, maybe what happened last season that we couldn't win a silverware is important for this team because they started the season knowing that we cannot allow to have 2 years without winning a champion here because it's a strong team, it's a very important club. And I think also that all the players are in a very good moment, in a good performance, and all of they want to demonstrate that what happened last season can happen. I repeat, it was not a disaster as a season because we finished in the second place, but nobody was happy in the way we worked the whole season. So I hope that this will change not only the first 5 games, during the whole season.
Does the fact that Juventus have not had a good start to the season in their league help matters tomorrow?
No, I don't think that we must trust in Juventus. This is not in his best moment because it's a different competition. Maybe they didn't start very well their league, but this is a different competition. Champions Leagues also always motivate a lot to all the players. So I think we are not thinking about the moment of Juventus. We are thinking in how we can continue in our football moment.
I know you said that you're only thinking about Juventus tomorrow, but do you think that you are better equipped this season to improve on last season's last 16 in the Champions League?
I repeat, it's very difficult to compare one season with the other season. I have been here for the last 2 seasons in Champions League. In the first one, we qualified in the second group, in the second position of the group with 15 points from 18, very good. After that, we had to play against Barcelona. In that moment, I think that Barcelona was a better team than our team. Last year, maybe the stage of group was more difficult because we didn't play well, but with the last 2 games in the group, against Bayern, against Roma away, we did very well and we qualified. And again, we had to play against Barcelona. So I hope that first of all, we qualify in the group, and after that, I repeat, you need to have a little bit more luck not to play against the most strongest team 2 years in a row. But the first step is to qualify.
And how important is it that you do progress further than the last 16?
Well, always it's important to try to continue till the end of so important championship as the Champions League. But I repeat, I think we must go step by step, and now the only important thing is to try to win Juventus tomorrow, and after that try to qualify in the group.
Manuel, just on that theme, in terms of Premier League and domestic success, Manchester City are there. You are one of the top teams in the Premier League, but that thing in Europe remains until you can be talked about with the Bayern Munichs and Barcelona. Except you need to have a good campaign to the latter stages of the Champions League.
And I repeat, I think that's very important for the team not only to be, as you say, as a successful team here in domestic games. We need to be also successful in Europe, but we need to go step by step. As I said, maybe last year and the other year, and maybe again this season, Barcelona is a very strong team. I hope we will not play, if we qualify in the stage of group, that's very important for our team. I hope that we will not play against Barcelona again in the round of 16. And if we have to play against a strong team, we'll see in the moment that we arrive at that stage. But I don't want to jump one step, and I repeat, we are just thinking the stage of group and nothing more.
Luke, just here, please.
Do you feel that there's more pressure on Manchester City to do well in Europe than the other English teams? And if so, why do you think that is?
No, I don't think that we have more pressure. I think that our own pressure is enough because we know that we want to continue to further the stage in the Premier League, in the Champions League. So all the other external pressure or media pressure, I think that's not a problem for our team. We will try to continue playing the same way we are doing so far this year, and it's the only way to try to continue further in the Champions League is to play well.
Okay, one more question down here, please. Just at the front. Excuse me. Yes, go. You have one more question then? Oh, you finished. Okay.
Can I just double check on Sergio? Did you say you hoped that he would be ready for the weekend?
Yes, I hope, but we must wait what the exams that he's doing now.